How about now? Do you hear me now? Hello? Please give me feedback if you hear me now. Sorry kung wala kanina boses. Please, I need feedback if you can hear me now. So now, how about Mercy Jane, Sherry May? Can you hear me now? May boses na? Wait lang ha. Now? Hello? Please give me feedback if you hear me now. Sorry kung wala kanina boses. Please, I need all right, so I think my voice my sound na. Okay, wait lang. Sorry kung hindi ko na fix sa hindi ko siya na check. All right. Anyway, so wala gihapon. Wala gihapon. Naanagot siya sa Opo, Cherry na ana. It's okay. So fix. O sa man jay tinood ane. Good evening. Okay. Do you hear me? Just say something please. I think there is already because nitingog na. Okay, thank you, Cherry. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Well, welcome and I am so sorry for the some technical error. Ito yung problema pag live, okay? All right, so thank you. Well, anyway, we are going to discuss about picture books. So this lesson is intended for the college students who are majoring English. So the college students who are majoring English, and I just put it live in the page JM's Online Learning Hub because this will also help the parents. This will also help the parents, of course. I know many parents already understand why their kids love storybooks or why the kids love pictures. Okay, well, it's normal because kids appreciate things when it's in color. Kasi at their age, their natural, let us say, they appreciate the color, they appreciate the pictures, okay? Of course, so walang kids na magkaka-interest na diretso agad basa. Of course not. So, for the kids, books are more effective if it has or have more pictures on it because normally kids read more the pictures than the text. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, as we go along, to those who go live with me right now, I can see your attendance here. I can see your names there. Thank you so much. So if you will be able to hear the question, automatically write the comment or your answer in the comment section kung saan man kayo nagla-live ngayon. Okay? It would be a lot better kung doon sa virtual classroom natin. Okay, so you may write your comment in a virtual classroom or here, so that will be projected, that will be seen. Of course. So, sa mga hindi na live, for example, recorded video na lang ito, it's okay. As soon as you hear the question, you are just comment your answer. Okay, anyway, guys. So, this is our lesson 1 for term 2. So, term 2, lesson 1. Again, to those who are watching na hindi students or not my students, because this is really in public now, and of course with the intention to help others also to understand more about picture books, okay, or picture storybooks. So of course this is intended for not only the English major students, for them to be ready when they become a teacher or when they become teachers, but of course to parents who are now having kids or young kids, and para mas maintindihan at makita nila, mas ma-appreciate nila, that's why. Okay? Well, anyway, thank you so much. So guys, as you hear the question, automatically write your comment. You don't need, or I don't need a very long comment. I just want that you're there for class participation. Ma-live man or hindi, I need your answer, especially students, English major students. Okay? Well, anyway, this is literature, guys, and the literature or this subject is children and adolescent literature. Okay, so I think you're ready. Let's start, guys. I only have 22 slides. So this is the part 1 of picture storybook because the part 2 will be tomorrow or for the second week. So this is first week, term 2, first week, lesson 1. All right. So for lesson 2 na yung next or part 2 natin, guys. So I think you're ready. So let's go. Let me show your slide. As you can see it here, picture book. So, well, I got this presentation from the Library Literature for Children and Young Adult. Okay, I am a member or I subscribe sa isang website. I paid, I think, 220 a month yung subscription ko just to get good books, good presentation, and good materials, okay, Moodle. So I have so many things there. So sulit lang yung subscription ko monthly. So this is it. I love the presentation, and of course you too would love to have this bigger font. I know that, and of course the color and then the pictures. It will help us to for better understanding. Okay, what is picture book? What comes to your mind, guys? When you were a kid, of course, what do you remember? When you were a kid, at this point of time, what do you remember when you were a kid? You love books with so many pictures and colored pictures, right? Okay, of course. So without, you are not after of the content, but you are, or you are after of the color of the pictures inside the book. Okay, I myself is like that. So I was really having fun when I opened the book, and it is, what's this? It has lots of colors and pictures. Even now, mas ma-appreciate kahit ngayon, I'm sorry, kahit ngayon, I love to open books with, well, of course, andyan yung text. But even up to this age ngayon, I still love to see pictures. Okay? So that is for better understanding. It gives color, of course, and for better understanding and for yung faster na pag-grasp ng story. Okay, so when we say picture books are very important for young children. Yes, very important for young children whose appreciation and interest level far surpass their reading ability. Of course, let us understand that these young kids are, well, let us say they have no so much interest in reading it. Okay, of course, their interest is more on looking at the colors and looking at the pictures. All right, so we need to understand that. So, next we have to read a picture book. The child reads the picture as the adult reader reads the accompanying text. Okay. So, of course, let's have an adult and let's have a child. Okay. Let's have an adult and let's have a child. And then we will give the same book. And that book has illustration, or I mean pictures, and there is also accompanying text. So, the adult is going to read the text, okay, but the kid is going to have the picture. So the kid is reading the picture, and the adult is, of course, looking at the picture but reading, and also reading the text. All right, so the story and illustrations are unified. The story and the illustration are unified. So a child may get the sense of the story through the pictures alone. Yes, even without reading the text, the child will understand what is the story about. Okay, so even without looking at the text, because it's not really that important for the child. What is important to them is looking at the picture. So that is really something for the child to look at, for him or her to understand the story. So picture book is a book whose content is expressed through its images. The story told with pictures has a language, all its own visual language. Yes, parang simply looking at the picture, the language is there already. Simply looking at the picture, the story is there already. The happenings are there already. So, next, definition, a book in which the pictures are designed to be an integral part of the text. A book in which text and illustrations complement each other and work together. Yes, take note of that, guys. A book in which text and illustrations complement each other and work together. If there is a text, make it sure, or let us make it sure, or let us check that the text really tells about the picture or the illustration. Okay. A book in which illustrations are as important as the words in telling the story. Very detailed. If the text is like this, the picture must also be like this. Okay, so because even without looking at the text, the child will understand the story. All right, so picture books are generally 32 pages, 32 pages long. In picture books, there are illustrations on every page or and one of every pair of facing pages. Okay. I know you can imagine that one kasi dumaan tayo lahat dyan. Okay. And then I know that you still love opening colored books. Tama? Let me know your thoughts. Hinay kayo. All right, guys, don't worry, guys. If you cannot pursue this live, no worries. You just go back to this video and watch it again. Okay? All right, so let's continue. A book that essentially provides the child with a visual experience because kids or the child are visuals. Okay, visual. So when we say visual learners, of course, they are more on looking at the pictures. All right, again, they are more on looking at the pictures. So it has a collective unity of the storyline, theme, or concept. So developed through the series of pictures of which the book is comprised. Also, it is one for which children are unintended potential audience. So if you are the author of the book, of course, your target are the children. So when you are going to make that book, you have to make it sure that your pictures alone will tell the story. Okay? Because, of course, your audience are the kids, okay, or the children. So the book displays respect for children's understandings, abilities, and appreciations. All right. So of course, you have to, if you are the author or the authors of the story or the picture storybook, of course, they are going to think about the level of the kids. All right. So the characteristics of the picture storybook or the picture book, usually 32 pages, as was mentioned earlier, pictures on almost every page. Text is relatively brief, and then words and pictures share their responsibility. They have to go along with, okay? So they must go together, the text and the illustration or the picture. They must go together. Then board books. Okay, so what is this board book? So, well, guys, I am including board books because this is part of illustration, because our topic is of course illustrations and text. Okay, so we have the text and illustration. So board books is part of the illustration. So for infants and young toddlers. So this is now for infants and young toddlers, often concept books teaching colors, names of animals, identifying body parts, simple rhymes or counting games, very simple stories, or wordless books. So board books is still a picture book. Okay? Board book is still a picture book. All right. So typical length are 12 to 16 pages. Lift the flaps or novelty books are common. Books that make sounds, have different textures. So nakita nyo na yan, guys. May mga books na may sound when you open the page. Meron book si JM, yung anak ko. Now, there is a talking pen. When you point that pen on that particular part of the page, of course, the pen will say something or will read what is written there. I don't know kung na ano yun na encounter or if you encounter such. I forgot what anong book yun, anong company yun. I really forgot. Basta meron si JM na yan. So when you press the pen on that part of the book, so it reads, okay, the picture or the text of that book. Andyan yan sa SM before. Okay. So again, a typical length are 12 to 16 pages. And then have you seen also a book na when you open, mag-flop or parang yes, may lalabas na image, okay? Or I mean shape, okay? Mag-form agad ng bahay. So that is really something that will capture the interest or the interest of the the child or the kid. So in that manner, you are inviting the kid or the child to be with that book. Kasi nga, very inviting. When you open that one, oops, it's just like magic. Kasi tumayo yung bahay. Okay? So lift the flapped or novelty books are common books that make sounds, have different textures, and books that are yung flap. Okay. Then, early picture books, types before or the early picture books, we have very simple stories for ages 2 to 5, familiar to a child's everyday life. Ito yung typical content. So, child's everyday life, simple fairy tales, okay. Kahit na adults, they still love fairy tales. And then cumulative rhyming books or concept books that are more sophisticated than board books, such as counting within a story. Okay. So these are the examples of the book which we can check so many books in the national bookstores. Or kahit na yung book, I forgot again the name of the store. Maraming book na color dyan. So, naka-sale ng 50 pesos, 30 pesos. That is really something na the kid will appreciate. Sana hindi pa mawala yung mga books, no? Kasi, of course, knowing our time now, the digital world. So, I just hope, kasi it's really nice to imagine that kids are really holding a book, holding books and then read it. Not really reading the text, but of course, read the story through the pictures. Okay? Sana hindi pa talaga siya mawala. Okay. Standard picture books. Traditionally, picture books are 32 pages, as it was mentioned again earlier, for ages 4 to 8. This age may vary slightly by publisher. So, if you're going to observe, if you are going to get a book or picture book for 8 years old or for 6 years old compared to a book for 3 years old, there is a big difference. Though may picture story pa rin or picture book, pero of course, more colorful, vivid yung colors, and then dito hindi na masyado. Okay? So that is really something na kasi you are going to go to the level of understanding of the kid. So medyo higher level na itong sa, of course, sa 6 years old. Though colored pa rin, storybook pa rin, pero higher level. Manuscripts are up to about 1,000 words. Okay. Standard picture books, plots are simple. Yes, of course, no subplots or complicated twist, unlike the literature for adults, with one main character para, of course, hindi ma-confuse si kid, who embodies the child's emotions, concerns, and viewpoint. Okay. So the illustrations on every page or every other page so play as great a role as the text in telling the story. So do you remember of a story like with one character lang? Sige, try to recall and try to say something on the comment section. Okay? Yung story na maalala nyo na with one character only. And then it will target the emotions in the emotion of a child. Okay? For being good. Okay? For being a good child. For being obedient. For being so masipag. Okay? Those are the things. Yung targeting the good deeds or the good habits. The good manner. Then, occasionally a picture book will exceed 1,000 words if the story is more complex. This is usually geared toward the upper end of the age spectrum. Picture books cover a wide range of topics and styles. So the list of School Library Journal Best Picture Books is a good place to start your research. You can open this site, guys. School Library Journal's Best Picture Books. So you will see so many books there. School Library Journals Best Picture. May website ito, guys. So nonfiction in the picture book format can go up to age 10, then 48 pages in length. So medyo nadagdagan na. So, or up about 2,000 words of text. Okay, take note. For 10 years old. Theme. Ano yung theme? What's the theme for the picture book? So, family stories. Okay, that's normal and that's very common. The familiar everyday experiences. Okay, going to school, like playing. stories of the country, province, and city, weather and the seasons, concept books, realistic or fanciful animal stories, humorous and fanciful, picture books of other lands. Okay, see, because these themes are entertaining. All right. So guides for evaluating picture books. So if we are parents, if we are teachers, this will be our guide to evaluate if this picture book is good for our kids. Okay? So factors to consider, we have the content of the book, and then we have the illustrations. So let's go first to the content of the books. When you are going to check a storybook for your kids, for your learners, or for your sons and daughters, so you have this question, consider these questions. What is the story or content of the book? You have to look at it, you have to check. And then in what genre of literature does it belong? Where, when does it take place? What theme is presented? And then is the text well written? For what age group does it seem most appropriate? Yes, especially, okay, just like choosing a toy, for example, a while ago, kanina mga, let us say mga 1 p.m., I went to the toy store, and then I was looking for some toys for JM. But of course, we have to check if this toy is appropriate for his age. Okay, that is really something that we have to check into before buying. So it's just like the books. So you're buying the book because it has a very good picture. It has very good pictures, but then you are not checking if it's really for the age of your child. If your child is 4 years old and you or 5 years old and you bought for something for 3 years old, so hindi siya mag-fit. Okay. So next, the illustration. When after the text, so let's proceed. Let's check the illustration too. So the illustrations, are the pictures made an integral part of the text? Kasi sometimes kasi I just see, I'm not bashing, pero this is just an example. I'm not bashing what's really trending ngayon. I really don't appreciate that, or parang hindi ako kampante, or like I don't go with them yung binabash yung error ng mga modules ngayon. Okay, for example, there is a picture and then the word does not say something about the picture. So we have to try to look at it or check before buying it or before getting it that the text really tells something about the image or the picture. So the picture is made an integral part of the text, and of course vice versa. Is the action in the text reflected by action in the pictures? Yes. Baka mamaya the text says swimming, but then the picture shows jumping. That is really something. So makonfuse yung bata. The kid is learning. Okay, is on the process of starting to learn. Okay, so there will be confusion. The text says jumping, but the picture says swimming, or yung makita niya sa picture swimming. So that is really something. So it's not that easy, right? Of course, bago yan din yan siya na-publish, may mga editors din yan. Okay, how do the pictures help create the mood of the story? Yes, we have to avoid yung parang it will give sadness to the kids. Of course, happy lang. Then, are the pictures accurate and consistent with the text, authentic? Yes, these are the things that you are going to check when you are going to choose a storybook or the picture book. Okay, another factor is here, the media and style of illustrations. The format of the book. Yes! Ako, napaka-ano ko sa format ng book. Kasi tayo palang tingnan natin, o tingnan pa lang yung format, parang it's not inviting. So, of course, for the kids, we have to consider that too. So, first, the media and style of illustration. What do we mean by this? So, these are the questions that we're going to consider. What medium of or combinations of media have been used? Watercolor, chalk, crayon, woodcut, collage, or ink? Okay, so when we say media, what is being used? What's the medium? Okay, so are the colors bright, soft, and varied. Kasi may mga picture book kasi na ang gulo tingnan. Kasi the way it is, I mean, yung parang ang gulo, basta meron talaga. Ah, ang daming, yung parang ang gulo, parang ang daming grasses or ang daming mess, okay? So, hindi yan siya bagay sa mga kids, yung younger kids talaga. Kasi destructive siya. How would you describe the style of illustrating delicate, vigorous, realistic, stylized, and decorative? Okay, so decorative was siya, delicate, vigorous. So how would you describe the style of illustration? Okay, of the illustration. Then the format of the book. Okay, this is one of the things kahit tayo, when we are going to choose a book to read, we are looking at the format. Ako din, when I choose the presentation for you or for my students, I have to check the format kasi unang tingin pa lang, inviting na pa siya. Okay? So, what is the size of the book? All right? And then, how would does the cover design convey the spirit of the book? And then, is the type design well chosen for the theme and reader of the book? And then what is the quality of the paper? Yes, that is one of the things to consider. Okay, how durable is the binding? Okay, guys, to those have you or do you remember a book that is really thick? Yung page niya very thick. What do you think is the purpose of that, guys? If you're watching on YouTube now, please comment sa YouTube. If you're watching on the page now, please comment sa page. All right, so what do you think is the purpose of that? That this is my second major question. What's the purpose of the book that has a very thick page? You can answer now. But a very thick page. Anong purpose niyan? Very easy. Very easy question. So what's the purpose with? Yes, I saw so many books that have this very thick papers. Oh, let me read before I continue. Wala. Wala, guys. Sige. Maayong gabi is, maayong gabi ipod. Friends. Okay. So, write your comment muna, guys, before we proceed. Sige. You can write your comment. What do you think, guys? Why it's too thick? Bakit siya makapal? Medyo, I'm just, okay. I have to view myself too. Watching on YouTube. Bakit siya makapal, guys? Para mag-long last ang book. Yes, thank you, Jane. Proceed. Okay, para mag-long last ang book. Okay, Mercy Jane Tan Abares. Bakit kailangan mag-long last ang book? Okay, knowing the kids, Jane, of course. Knowing the kids, of course. Ano yon? Baka mamaya, of course, mapunit. So, punitin, okay? I-tear off nila. So, that is really something na makapal yung mga books. So, is preserve its style. Oh, preserve its style. Yes, the style also. Okay, Ryan, let's show your answer. The purpose of it is to preserve its style. Okay? Bakit may pahahaha ka pa dyan? Yes. And then, of course, kailangan makapal para hindi siya agad mapunit. Kasi knowing the kids, well, hindi na natin i-explain kasi kilala nyo yung mga kids. Alright? Okay. Ano pa? Meron pang sagot dyan? Before we present? Or you can still be used next time. Yes, of course. Sa susunod na bata or anak, Ryan, no? Sa susunod na anak, alright. Para mas preserve. So, of course, the main reason there is kailangan siyang makapal para of course, di siya mapunit agad. Yung iba nga parang acrylic or parang page. I mean parang plastic. Alright? Sandali lang. Ayusin lang tayo sandali. Alright. I'm just opening our virtual classroom. Just want to make sure na hindi ako mawala. Sandali lang, guys. Oh, wait lang. Yes, we need to make it sure na durable yung ano natin. Okay. So let's proceed or can still be used next time. Yes. Or okay, Ryan, display natin yung sagot mo. Okay. So let's proceed, guys. The color's bright. Okay. So what is the size of the book? Does the cover design convey the spirit of the book? Yes. Pinakauna talaga makita natin, of course, is the first page. So that is really one of the things for us to consider when choosing a book, or I mean, to look at, okay, when in choosing or considering a book. And then is the type design well chosen for the theme and reader of the book. And then what is the quality of the paper. All right, then another comparison with others. So comparison with others is that how is this work similar to or different from other work of the artist, then from other books with the same subject or theme. Na-experience na guys na when you are going to choose a book, you're holding two books, magkaiba na book, tapos pareho yung title, tapos mag-decide pa kayo kung ano yung pipiliin ninyo, 'di ba? Kasi you're looking at the, of course, anong difference? You are comparing different books with different authors, pero pareho yung title. Okay? Ganon din when we are going to choose books for the kids. What comments have the other reviewers made about this book? And what has the artist said about his work? Okay. If you still have time to dig deeper to check on yung mga review ng mga books, mas maganda. Pero kung wala naman, okay, enough na yun na sa'yo pala, may own criteria ka na, nag-set ka na ng criteria. Anong need ng anak mo, anong need ng students mo or ng pupils mo. Okay. So here, why picture books? 11 benefits. Okay, language. So first, we have here the language. Lakihan natin yung presentation. I'll remove my face. Para mas klaro. Oh, yan. So, mas klaro, guys. 11 benefits why picture books. So, language, picture books include precise language, ideal for rich vocabulary development. Many picture books include high-level vocabulary and concept. And then models, picture books provide a wide variety of models for student writing. And then support, what do we mean by that? For English language learners and early readers, picture books can provide a good deal of support for comprehension. Yes, of course. Picture books will help the students to comprehend. Illustrations, picture books often offer top-notch illustrations that also provide context clues for readers. Then, language development, rhyming, and repetitive patterns that support language development are often found in picture books. And then, literary elements, students are introduced to literary elements such as plot, characterization, setting, theme, and style. Well, hindi pa appropriate sa kanila to discuss what is plot, what is characterization, what is setting, what is theme, and what is style. Of course, we are not going to discuss those matters or those things to to the kids, but they are exposed or they are introduced to this literary element by looking at the pictures. Okay, but hindi siya necessary na kailangan alam nila yung definition ng plot, characterization, setting, theme, or the style. And then diverse genres, picture books expose and introduce students to genres that they may not typically read. And then engagement, the beautiful language combined with exceptional illustrations hook readers who often return again and again to reread picture books. Yung maganda sa picture book is that, of course, you develop engagement sa students. Babalikan nila yan, okay? So, when you are going to choose a book, make it sure na that is really something for the students to go back. Kasi, of course, there will be engagement. When we say engagement, of course, that is, the book is very inviting for the students. So, take note of that, guys. And then, wide range of level. While many picture books are written for young children, many also include themes suitable for intermediate and secondary students. And then storytelling. This is the 10th benefit. Picture books nurture a literary vocabulary and help students understand the world. Begin the next generation of storytellers by reading picture books. And okay, we have snuggling here. Snuggling is among the great benefits of picture books. Not much better reason to sit closely with your favorite reader or readers and get lost in a fabulous picture books. Okay, so these 11 benefits why picture books, it is according to, or this is, yes, according to Dr. Kimberly Tyson in 2013. All right. Then, so ito yung mga ano natin references. All right. So the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Oh, see? Dr. Zeus, you have there. So take note of that. Take note of that, guys. By the way, guys, the link of this presentation will be in the description or will be posted in our virtual classroom. All right, guys. So last question. Ano? Question. Yes, question para. Last question, guys. On your own, if you will handle, okay, the third question for tonight for this lesson, to those who are watching it right now na hindi live, okay? Okay lang, that's not a problem. So the third question that you're going to, what's this? Answer in the comment section. Hindi naman kailangang mahaba eh. Tingnan natin kung nakinig talaga kayo sa video. What is the importance on your own words ha? What's the importance of, or what's the benefit? Hindi yung 11 benefits ha. Just give me a general explanation or answer. What's the benefit of picture book? Okay, to kids. What's the benefit or the importance of picture book to kids? Okay, guys. All right. So, guys, thank you so much to those who are here. Leave a comment so that your names will stay there. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you again. I think tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay? So, na-cover na natin yung dapat nating i-cover for the week. Okay? So, guys, thank you so much, and please, I will close the commenting section on Wednesday. So, thank you, and bye-bye. Bye-bye.